Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking about my D100 Project Pan. This is a project that I came up with myself where I randomise a product for each category of makeup item that I have, and then I roll a 100-sided dice to see what my usage goal will be for each product. I realised later that this is very similar to the random usage project, but I'd like to keep this the way it is and still call it the D100 Project Pan, just because it does have some differences. I like to roll in one item from each category, so one powder, one bronzer, things like that. Eyeshadows have their own projects, so eyeshadows don't get rolled in here, and I like to sometimes have multiple blushes or multiple lip products on the go just so I don't get bored. Starting off with my base products, I have this random nameless primer. All I know is that it has SPF 20, so I want to get some good use on it fast. It's in this nice airless pump, so I get a lot of good product out of it without having massive air bubbles. There are some air bubbles, but they're not very big at all. They shouldn't cause problems. I rolled this in for 94 uses, and so far I have used it 6 times. I use it as a primer all over my face and also as an eyeshadow primer. A lot of my base products like foundations and concealers only get used on my eyes because I don't really wear a full face of makeup typically. But 6 uses on that so far. Okay, moving on, I have my Technic Soft Focus loose powder. This is just a regular transparent powder, and over the course of the month I've managed to go from this top line to this bottom line. It's difficult to track on a loose powder like this because sometimes when you shake it up and it gets all fluffed up, it seems like there's a lot more than there is, and it's difficult to get it to settle. So I couldn't make a new mark on this for the longest time, and then suddenly I made a big jump. I initially rolled this in for 81 uses. At the start of this month I only had 52 uses left, and I've now used it 13 times this month, leaving me with 29 uses next month. I should be able to manage that, I think. My bronzer that I initially rolled in was my PS Bronze Glow in Fearless. The packaging on this is really annoying because it's broken, so it just comes off really easily, and because of that, these sticky outy plastic bits have dug little divots into my bronzer. But I can see a little bit of a dip forming where I've been using it. I rolled this in for 29 uses. I used it 9 times in February and 20 times in March, and now it's rolled out. In its place, I rolled in my Depotted bronzer from my Z palette, which already had a pan, but I've been expanding it. I'm not a big fan of this tri-colour setup, so I think as soon as I get the chance I will be repressing this and mixing it all up so it's all one even colour. I only rolled this in for 6 uses, so I got that done really fast, and it's now rolled out. Replacing that bronzer, I have the Benefit Party Like a Flux Star palette, and inside I have a Hula Light and Hula mixed up bronzer. This side is Hula Light, this side is Hula, and I just swirl it around and use them both together. I've rolled this in for 19 uses, so that should definitely be rolling out pretty fast as well. Then I have my highlighters, and I've been using a couple highlighters from an old project. I was doing project 5 uses at the start of this year, where I wanted to get 5 uses on every single makeup product in my collection. I recently decided that that wasn't the best way for me to go about, using my makeup, and I instead decided to have projects like the deck of panning and like this project where I can set myself much bigger goals and actually see usage on my products, because using something 5 times doesn't make it look any different most of the time, so it wasn't very motivating. Because I was using highlights from that project still, I didn't really get a chance to use the ones that I rolled in. I have this W7 prismatic palette, which I think is a dupe of that Kat Von D highlight palette, or I think they were called transformational shades or whatever. I think the palette was like the Alchemist palette or something like that. Anyways, I rolled in this pink shade down here. They all have a little bit of use, but not too much. And I rolled in that pink for 28 uses. I haven't touched it yet. To have some variety with highlight, I rolled in another one. This is the Disney Primark Cruella de Vil highlight palette. These are really lovely colours, and there's a good variety of shades. I have a couple gouges in these lighter shades just from my nails. And I specifically rolled in shade number 5, which is this middle bottom here. I rolled it in for 52 uses, and again I haven't touched it yet, so I'm hoping to get some good use on those highlights next month. Moving on to eyeliner, I have two eyeliners. This is the Technic liquid liner in black, and this is the Sunkissed Just Wing It eyeliner. I kind of lump these two together because they're both just plain black liquid eyeliners and they do the same thing, so I just count them as one product really. This one can get a little smudgy sometimes, the Technic one, so I don't tend to wear it when I know I'm going to be like out or doing really like heavy intensive stuff for a lot of the day. But just for everyday use they're pretty okay. This one is very good and I really liked it, and it's such an affordable option because I get through liquid eyeliners quite fast anyway, so I don't need it to be super expensive or super long lasting, and I tend to be allergic to a lot of waterproof makeup, so these do the job. I've rolled them in for 23 uses. I've used this one once today, so I'll have to aim to use them 22 times next month, which should be okay. I'll definitely not roll them out next month, but I will hopefully make a big dent in that usage goal. Moving over to lips, I have one lip balm rolled in, and this is my Body Shop Mango Sorbet lip balm. It's a domed product and it goes very slowly. I'm not expecting to have this done anytime soon, especially because I have it rolled in with a 38 use goal. I've only used it 5 times so far, so I still have 33 uses next month. I don't know if I'll be able to do that because I haven't really been reaching for it that much. Instead, what's gotten a lot of use is my collection Gloss Me Up in Peach, and this has been super great for me to take to work. It just fits in my pocket nicely and I reapply it, I'd say about once every hour when I'm in work. I had a goal of 23 uses and I've surpassed them. I used it 25 times this month. So that's really good progress, and this was brand new when I rolled it in, so it's nice to see some usage on it finally. Because that rolled out, I rolled in a tiny sample. This is an Avon lipstick in Wine with Everything. I've rolled it in for 76 uses, which may seem like a lot for this teeny tiny lipstick, but I use just the tiniest little amount of this every time I use it because I blend it out with a gloss or a lip balm, and I prefer a more sheer look with my lipsticks. I'm not usually the type of person to whack on a bunch of especially dark colour like this. Hopefully I can get some good usage on that this month. And my final lip product is my Dolce & Gabbana lip gloss in the shade Amethyst. This is a very sticky gloss, and I think it's not opaque enough for me to really wear it by itself and for it to look good, because it's just sheer enough where it just makes your lips look purple and sickly. So I've mostly been layering this with other stuff or mixing it with other lip products. I had a goal of using it 56 times, I've used it 5 times, so that's 51 more uses next month. Definitely won't be reaching that next month, it'll definitely take maybe 2 or 3, but we'll see how it goes. Moving on to more miscellaneous items, but still in my beauty category. I have a body spray, a glitter body spray. This is Golden Dream from La Rive, whatever. And I haven't used it for quite a while, so my last marking is from December, and this bottom one here is March. So I rolled it in for 40 uses, and I've used it once. So that March marking, it was at the start of the month. I haven't used it enough to make a new marking yet. Hopefully I'll be able to use it more when the weather warms up, because as soon as I'm showing some skin, I spray myself down with glitter every day. Fragrance wise, I have one body spray. This is the Mellows Beauty Candy Floss Body Mist. I've rolled this in for 96 uses and I've used it 4 times, meaning I still have 92 uses left. And this is where we currently are. This is March. Again, just because I didn't use it too much, I wasn't able to really make a new marking this month. But hopefully next month will be a bit more better. And my final fragrance is this perfume here. This is Queen of the Night from C2U. And it's a nice smelling perfume. I got it from my grandma and it kind of smells like a granny perfume, so I don't wear it all the time. Plus I have a couple perfumes rolled into my deck of panning, and because they're little samples I want to get them out very quickly. I rolled this in for 56 uses, I haven't touched it yet, but I will be getting good use on it next month because I spray perfume basically every time I go out in the day. So as soon as I get started on it, it will definitely go quite quick. As a last kind of miscellaneous item, I have a hand cream. I had a yellow hand cream, which I can't find right now, that I had rolled in for 22 uses. I used it mostly in February, 7 uses in March to roll it out, and I instead rolled this in. This doesn't really have a name or anything. I just call it my blue flower hand cream because there's no discernible name or anything or brand. Rolled it in for 97 uses, and so far I've used it 16 times. So that's 81 more uses next month. I use it pretty much every night when I do my skincare routine and stuff like that, so I'm hoping to get more usage on it next month and be able to make some decent progress in it. I'm not too worried about hand creams, they're just not a product that I tend to take with me very much, like on the go. Finally, moving on to some nail stuff, which I just thought I'd include here for fun because I don't have a dedicated nail project. The only difference is that I use false nails once, and I randomise a number between 1 and 10 for my nail polish usage goal. This is what I had in from last month. It's my Technic nail polish in the shade Palmer Violet. I wanted to use it 2 times. I used it 2 times. It rolled out. Instead, it got replaced by this gel nail polish from Mowbray in the shade 762, which is just this grey colour. Nothing too exciting, but I haven't really had a chance to wear much nail polish because my job requires me to wear very neutral colours, and I can only really wear a nail polish if it's a nude or a very, very light brown. So this has been on the back burner, but I'm aiming to use it 2 times, and hopefully I will be able to get that next month. My final nail polish is the Avon Speed Dry in the shade Express Mocha, and it looks like a lovely brown, dark brown, in the packaging, but when I put it on my nails it just looks like a plain black, so I've had a little bit of trouble wearing it because it really is a dark colour. Hopefully when I have some time off work I'll be able to get more use on it. It had a 7 use goal, and I used it twice in February and once now, so I still have 4 more uses to go on it. My false nails are all in these tiny little boxes, and I've numbered them. I have, I think, about 35 pairs of false nails. This is the number I randomized, 18, and they're just black nails with little white hearts on them. They're very nice, but I haven't had a chance to wear them because, again, they're not very work appropriate. Anyways, while I have had some good progress on certain products, I'm aiming to do a lot better next month when the rest of my Project 5 Uses items will be rolling out and I'll be able to dedicate more time to these items. Looking at goals, I'll definitely be able to use up my bronzer because I only have a 19 use goal on the Hoola and Hoola Light bronzer. I use bronzer almost every day, I do my makeup almost every day, so that should be manageable. I'll definitely get a lot more use on these fragrances, and I'm hoping to get at least one more lip product finished out, even if that's just my lip balm. Oh, one product that I almost forgot is another lip product, and it's in my Party Like a Flock Star palette. It's this second shade here called Party to the Pink. These have a little cover on them, which I think is very smart, so they don't get all dirty. And Party to the Pink has a goal of 83 uses. I've used it twice, so that's 81 more uses for next month. Definitely won't be rolling out, and it's not my favourite colour. I feel like it's a bit too light, so I have to mix it with other products to get some use on it. But that's not the end of the world. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, thank you for being here. Leave a like and subscribe for more content, because I'll be back around the 5th with my eyeshadow project pan. Have a good day, I hope you're doing well wherever you are, and I'll see you then. Bye!